Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast today. Cleveland Browns Vice President of Community Relations, Jenna Takancic, is here today to update us on the Cleveland Browns events and the Browns Give Back program. And when it comes to individuals with mental health issues going to court, Cleveland Municipal Court Judge Emmanuel Groves is doing something unique. She's here to tell us about what that is. And later on, we'll hear from the President and CEO of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Marsha Maccabee, and Mark Bertha, President of the Hard Rock Roxino, Northfield Park. They'll talk about celebrating the organization's 100th anniversary, the Urban League's 100th anniversary. Good morning again, everybody. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and we begin with one of our regulars around here, Jenna Takancic, Vice President, Community Relations for the Cleveland Browns. Hey, Jenna.
Good morning, Leon. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm just doing fine. You've got the community relations arm. You don't call the X's and the O's on the football field.
No, I do not. I do not. Definitely.
We will confine our questions to that.
Perfect, perfect. Off the field engagement.
Off the field.
Off the field.
How are things going at the community relations, and what are you doing?
We are very busy, very active in the community. We have a platform called Browns Give Back. So whenever we're out and engaging with neighborhoods or individuals, schools, or anything, our focus is primarily on education, youth football, and our signature First and 10 movement, which you know is the call to action for everyone to give 10 hours of volunteer service, no matter what it is that's important to you, and do it within a year, and you'll make a difference to help not only the local community, but wherever it is that you call home.
And the Browns encourage this kind of thing.
We absolutely
community service.
Community service, yes. We have a big platform within the National Football League, and we feel it's our onus and it's our responsibility to give back to those fans who cheer us on week after week. And it's not just, you know, during the fall that we're giving back to the community. It's year round.
Yeah. How's the Browns Give Back program going on now?
It's actually going fantastic. We just celebrated the 5th field dedication ceremony. You might recall in 2016, Dee and Jimmy Haslam made a commitment to install 5 fields, synthetic high-quality turf football fields for the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. And just a few weeks ago, we were able to have that formal dedication ceremony at John Adams High School. And it was just an awesome memory. You know, it was just watching that project from start to finish and knowing you're making a difference in the community was phenomenal. The
kids love playing on football fields that are like the professionals play on.
Exactly, exactly. And you know, what was really special about these ceremonies, from the groundbreaking to the dedication ceremonies, is it was an organizational effort. We had Dee Haslam on site, Sashi Brown on site. We had players. The entire rookie class was there at John Marshall when we broke ground at you know, in the summertime. And then we've had Joe Thomas on site, Chris Kirksey, Duke Johnson. Yeah, everyone's there. The mayor's there. Local councilmen are there. And it's just really a celebration, because when you drive by those fields today, you're not just seeing football. You're seeing kids practicing rugby, soccer, but just the community. Bands are practicing on these fields. It's really been taking an underutilized space and making it something special for the whole entire neighborhood.
Not only the football fields, but your helmets as well. You got a helmets project that the Browns are involved in.
We do. It's a phenomenal project, because just the fans can vote and make a difference through our helmets program. It's a partnership we have with Zenith Helmets, the Ohio Lottery, and University Hospitals. But if your school commits to become Heads Up certified, we have a weekly contest where you can win $1,000. And it could be you voting for your local school that's in your neighborhood or somebody. But every time you enter your school for the chance to win, and then that school makes the commitment to become Heads Up certified, they'll get $1,000. And we're doing that for 16 weeks this year. And then at the end, there'll be a random chance drawing, and we're going to give $25,000 worth of Zenith helmets away to a local school that's made the commitment to take health and safety measures for their school by becoming Heads Up certified.
Nothing like high school football. I love watching the Browns play, of course, but I also like watching the guys play at the high school level.
It is. It's a community. It's, you know, Friday night lights and just getting out there in the weekend games, the JV games. It's just really fun to watch, fun to be part of. And we have a high school game of the week program that we do, where each week the communities can vote to see which high school game should the Browns go out and cover. And it's not us that decides. It's you. It's the community. It's the neighborhoods. So we're going to be entering. We cover all 10 weeks of the season, and the winning team, we honor that coach as our coach of the week, and they receive $1,500 for their high school football program.
What about the? My notes tell me to talk about the pro shop sales.
Oh, this is phenomenal. This one was really good to hear and to know that there's this huge commitment made by Dee and Jimmy Haslam. We talk about them being committed to football, but they are so committed to our fans, and they're so committed to the community that they just recently announced that the pro shop at First Energy Stadium will no longer take profits for the organization. Instead, any net proceeds are going to be donated back to the community as part of our Browns Give Back program.
So when I go in there and I buy a Browns shirt or anything, or a little Browns doll or a football,
anything you buy at First Energy Stadium in the pro shop, that money, all the net proceeds are going to benefit education and youth football for the local community. So not only when you make that purchase, you're not only supporting the Cleveland Browns, but you're supporting the community, and that's how Dee and Jimmy see making a difference. That's just one small example of what they're doing to give back to the community.
You must feel awful proud when you watch the football games, and you're at the football, you're at all the home games.
All the home games,
and you see all that orange and brown out there, people wearing the jerseys and the hats and whatever else they wear.
Yeah.
A lot of that you can buy at the pro shop.
You can buy all that at the pro shop, and things you don't even think of. I mean, things for your car. I mean, wheel covers. I mean, I was there the other day, and I'm like, they have everything, you know, and things you haven't thought of, they've got.
I'll tell you one thing.
Check it out.
I'm going to go over there. I'm going to get me some cufflinks. Now,
there you go.
I'm a cufflinks guy.
Yeah, I like those cufflinks.
I got to get me some cufflinks. Get some Cleveland Browns helmets, cufflinks.
They have quite a bit. It'll surprise you. With the holidays just around the corner, birthdays or whatever, you can buy something for someone else and then also help someone else.
How do you in our final 30 seconds, how do you keep all this going now as a community relations vice president? I mean, you got a job as big as Hugh Jackson's job.
Yeah, it's a big job, but you know what? Nothing happens without teamwork. I have an awesome staff that we work with, but it's not just the staff that's working day in and day out, and they're behind the scenes and you don't see them, but they're phenomenal individuals. But it's really the organization. I mean, it starts at the top with Dee and Jimmy saying that giving back to the community is important. So it's just not the community relations department. It's the ticketing department. It's the the events department. It's the scouting department. Everyone's giving back through First and 10. I mean, the scouts just signed up, through Andrew Barry and Sashi Brown, and we have a project underway that they're going to be doing later this winter to help some local kids. So there's always something going around on. It's always behind the scenes, but the entire organization, just not our department, but everyone wants to give back, and we just help connect the dots.
Well, Jenna Takancic, Vice President of Community Relations with the Cleveland Browns, we appreciate your coming by.
Thank you.
We're an official Brown station, but we appreciate your coming by to give us the offense, the defense, and the special teams of community relations.
Yes, all the off the field, yes.
You got them all of community relations. Many thanks, Jenna.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time.
All right.
Tell everybody there we said hi and go Browns.
Absolutely, go Browns.
Go Browns. I'll take a break right now. We'll be right back to talk to Judge Emmanuel Groves of Cleveland Municipal Court. A special project which is taking place. But first, these words, especially for you. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. Always glad to have you with us. Cleveland Municipal Court Judge Emmanuel Groves is in charge of the court's mental health docket. She's doing some innovative things. Judge Groves is here now, taking her docket away from the Justice Center and is meeting with individuals in a place where they are comfortable. She joins me now to tell us more about that. Judge Emmanuel Groves, Cleveland Municipal Court, good to have you here.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm just fine, just fine. Tell me, what is the mental health docket?
It's a specialized docket for individuals who have been diagnosed with a mental illness of either bipolar or schizophrenia. And so we do a close supervision, intensive supervision of those individuals to make sure that they are compliant with their medication, and also with seeing their counselor and case manager to make sure that they're managing their condition to a satisfactory level.
You've seen a lot of accomplishments with this, haven't you?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. And it allows for the accountability. Initially, for some individuals, they have to acknowledge that they have the condition. Yeah. And then with that, they have to make sure that they utilize the resources available to help them be successful in the management of their condition.
You've removed it from the Justice Center itself. Where did you take it? Where is it now?
We're located now at the Stokes Mall, where they're at 55th and Woodland. CMHA was gracious enough to allow us to use space in their social service building. And so we focus on the therapeutic aspect, and that was intentional. Yeah. When you go to court, you're going to court because you have a criminal matter. And the criminal matter has been addressed. And so now we're focusing on the therapeutic aspect.
Give me an idea. Paint a picture of an example of the kind of thing you would be dealing with?
Well, number one, in terms of individuals or what we are doing with the program itself?
An individual.
Okay. With the individual themselves, you can, there have been instances where clearly you can see that they are not compliant with their medication. The behavior reflects that. And so one of the things too that we're doing, as opposed to in the past, if they're not taking their medication, they go to jail. But then you're criminalizing the mental condition as opposed to directing them to their mental health service provider. Or if the downward spiral is such that they are creating a risk of harm, their behavior is so erratic that we then take them, transport them to St. Vincent Hospital so that they can be examined and treated and then released.
So sometimes if we can help them mentally and get on their medications and all of that, we can resolve a lot of these social issues, the crimes and that kind of thing. Is that pretty much the philosophy?
Yes. Yes.
How does this make you feel to be involved in this now?
Well, you know, since I've been on the court since 2001, I have become a firm believer that the court can be utilized to really direct people to get the help that they need. And so sometimes there needs to be some external force until it becomes internalized to ensure that there is a transformation in behavior. So it's very gratifying to see individuals who have taken control of their situation. I like to say, you know, you got to deal the hand that you're dealt.
Yeah.
And then you got to manage it and make the best out of it. No one wants to have any kind of illness. But if you have it, let's manage it so that you can have a very productive and constructive life.
I would think that there would be people who would have said, you know, thank you for being involved in this end of my life.
I think that they are.
Not just standing before the judge and saying, not guilty, Your Honor, or whatever, but thank you for being involved in my life.
And part of the involvement, like when we transferred to the Stokes Mall, we had an outing. I was involved with it. We did a gardening.
Yeah.
And so a number of the participants went, I went, and it was just very gratifying. We're doing art therapy at the beginning of the session. We're looking at doing a mural at one of the buildings in the downtown area. So you know, you can see the gratification of your work when you visit that facility. So we're in the process now of getting a mural, having an artist, and then them actually participating in painting that mural.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you another question, but I want to put a phone number on the screen right now. 216-664-4985. More information on everything we're talking about. We've got that on the screen there, or you're going to go to cmcoh.org. More information. That's the website of the Cleveland Metropolitan Court. More information on everything we're talking about. Judge, when did you know you wanted to go into the law?
Probably in the 5th or 6th grade, in terms of being an attorney.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there was something about it of helping people and defending people.
I think
then you moved into the
advocacy part initially, and now in terms of, you know, as a judge you can't be an advocate for an individual, but you definitely can be an advocate for a cause. And that cause is to try to make sure that, one, we treat people, every person that comes before us, in a fair manner, but also to direct them to where they need to be in order to get the services necessary. So we're really like a resource. But with that, excuse me, with that resource, also the accountability arm. And so that's why one of the reasons of transferring it from the court is because of the level of intensity. They have to come twice a month. They have to see the probation officer. They have to see their case manager. They have to see their doctor. So there's a lot of going that they have to do. And so we want to try to make it as comfortable as possible, take the anxiety away, and then really focus on ensuring that they're getting the attention that they need.
The mental health docket of the Cleveland Municipal Court, Judge Emanuela Groves, many thanks for being on the broadcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you so much
and
for the
helping people all along the way.
Thank you.
In more ways than one. Many thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
I'll take a break. I'll be right back in just a moment. A big celebration of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, linking up with the Roxino in Northfield. There is a relationship there. We'll talk about that after this. Welcome Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. The Urban League of Greater Cleveland is celebrating its 100th anniversary in November. Marsha Maccabee, President and CEO of the Urban League, and Mark Bertha is President of Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park. Mark's organization and Key Bank are playing a significant role in this major celebration of the Urban League, and we'll hear more about that today from Mark and Marsha. Good to see you both.
Good. Thank you, Liam.
100 years for the Urban League here in Greater Cleveland.
Yes. Yes.
So that's quite an accomplishment to hit.
It certainly is. It certainly is. We have been here serving since 1917, actually December 7th, 1917. And it started with the Great Migration, with many individuals coming from the South to the North in search of a better life. And the Urban League was founded to assist in that transition.
Yeah. So you're having a big celebration out at your Rocksino.
Yes, the Rocksino.
Yeah, tell me about that celebration. Why you decided to get involved with the Urban League?
Absolutely. I mean, the Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park is extremely honored and excited to be a partner with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland to celebrate what really is an iconic milestone. 100 years is truly remarkable. And the things that you do are really core to what we do as well. I mean, obviously, core to us is giving great entertainment experiences, but more importantly is being philanthropic back in the community. So to be a partner on this event, we couldn't be any more excited about it at all.
So you bring in top name talent. I mean, in the Rocks. I mean,
yes, we do.
You got internationally known people out here.
We do about 85 shows a year in Hard Rock Live, and we're extremely honored to have Jeffrey Osborne, such an iconic artist, that's going to be celebrating this event with the Urban League. And so, you know, we're very, very fortunate to be able to host this on November 16th, and we're looking forward to having a pretty rocking night that night.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we've got a picture of Jeffrey Osborne, who's going to be singing and really putting on a wonderful, wonderful event on November the 16th that Thursday at Rocksino. You're pleased about this, of course. I mean, to have somebody like the Rocksino, you know, helping you do this.
Absolutely. And Leon, let me just take a minute and give kudos to Alexandria Johnson Boone, who is our event planner, because I must give credit to Alex for introducing us to the Hard Rock Rocksino team and to helping us to make this connection. We couldn't have done that without her. And so I'll tell you, we've set, I think, the bar for a new kind of event for nonprofits in this city, and we're just very excited.
Where can people purchase tickets for this event, which is slated for November the 16th?
So we've got several ways. They can go actually to the Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park's box office, right, Mark?
Yes, every day.
And they can go to Ticketmaster.com and purchase tickets that way. And then we actually have a number of VIP opportunities that they can obtain through the Urban League. So they can come to the Urban League's website, or they can actually call our office if they need more information.
And the Urban League website is ulcleveland.org, ulcleveland.org.
Correct.
You can telephone them at 216-622-0999 for more information we're talking about. I was at Kosar's restaurant.
Yes, Bernie does a good job.
The other day, I had a steak. I mean, I still taste that steak. I mean, it was wonderful.
Thank you. Number one steakhouse in Northeast Ohio, and Bernie's there all the time, so it's just a great experience.
Named after the number 19, Bernie Kosar, well-known Cleveland Browns quarterback, who is now in the restaurant business. What is it that you have to keep in mind in running a casino? What's foremost in the president's mind?
I mean, our most big focus, we have over 1,000 people between the Rocksino and Northfield Park, and our core focus is delivering authentic experiences at Rock. So our people are passionate about taking care of our guests. I mean, many of our guests are there very frequently. They come, we get to know them by name, we get to know what they like, we personalize their experiences, and we just are dedicated to making sure they have a great time. It's such a great entertainment venue. But more importantly for us, and the key thing that we're so excited about this partnership is, in the 3.5 years that we've been open, we've given back over $2.5 million in donations and contributions to the local community here. Love all, serve all is core to Hard Rock DNA. And this is another opportunity for us to do that. So I think between providing these great authentic experiences that you can't find anywhere else, entertainment, gaming, dining, and also making sure that our people are committed to giving back to the community. There's no better, recipe for success than that.
So this marriage of the Urban League for this event on November the 16th and the Roxino, this is a good union.
This is a very good partnership.
This is a good union with Jeffrey Osborne.
Win-win.
Jeffrey Osborne.
Yes.
How's Cleveland treated you now? I know you're relatively new to Cleveland, the last 3 years or so.
Been here about 3 years now.
Coming from Vegas?
Yes, after 20 years in Las Vegas. So a little different, a little colder. But other than that, it's been great. I mean, we love the seasons. The schools are fantastic here. My family has really adjusted very well. We're very comfortable here. The people are unbelievable here. They really are. I mean, not to mention the fact that we have great sports teams and there's so much energy here in the community. It's been a great time to be here. But just the people are so friendly. There's such a sense of community here, and things like this resonate so strongly here. It's been a lot of fun.
Mark Bertha, president of the Hard Rock Roxino Northfield Park. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Good to have you at the desk here, and good to have you in Cleveland.
Absolutely.
And good to see you too, as always.
Absolutely. Good to be here, Leon.
I'm going to take a break. We'll come back in just a moment. We'll have more with Marsha Mockabee, the president of the Urban League, right after this. Continuing now in the Morning Exchange segment of Kaleidoscope, that means Marsha Mockabee with a commentary, some thoughts. Yes. And you got Mark Bertha with you. He continues with us. What's on your mind?
I do. So I just want to take this opportunity in front of our public, Mark, to say how appreciative the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, the board, and the staff are about this partnership that we've started. And it's only just the beginning. I expect that we'll be in partnership a long time. And I also want to mention that KeyBank's our platinum sponsor, and we have diamond sponsors who are PNC, Huntington, First Energy, Dominion Energy, and Fifth Third Bank, who also have made possible, helped us to do a benefit concert with Jeffrey Osborne, which is huge.
So that's what, celebrating 100 years of the Urban League, and congratulations on 100 years of the Urban League, and that's just in this city too. Because the Urban League is older than that, but in this town alone, 100 years. And Roxino's just been here for a few years, but certainly making a splash.
Yeah, that's what we do, and I think the kudos go to you. 100 years is truly exceptional. The workforce development, the youth development, all those things are so important in this community. Keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mark.
And once again, we've got a minute remaining. It's the Jeffrey Osborne, and maybe Don can give you a shot of this. I got about 50 seconds left in this broadcast. But once again, this is going to be the big one, huh? This is the big one. But you're used to doing big ones.
Yeah,
you have some of everybody. Yeah, November the 16th. And how many shows do you have a year?
We do 85 shows a year in all kinds of genres, from the biggest acts like Mariah Carey to local bands and everything else. We're locally owned, we're locally operated, we're the only one in the state, and we really take pride in what we do.
Well, I was out there for the Gladys Knight show, and wasn't it wonderful?
Great show.
But Jeffrey Osborne, I'll be at the Jeffrey Osborne one. That's Thursday, November the 16th, and you can go to the Urban League's website, ulcleveland.org, for tickets, or you can get tickets at Northfield Park, Hard Rock Roxino. Okay.
Good seats.
And while you're there, have a steak there at the Kosars. It's a wonderful steak. Oh, whatever you want to eat. It's all good.
Buffet's great, too.
Okay, that's going to do it. Many thanks, Mark. Many thanks, Marsha. That's going to do it for us.
This has been a presentation of News 5's Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland.